my fellow comic book collectors, it's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 6 of this crazy unboxing. I'm going to go through all these comics. They are raw. There's no bags and boards. I'm going to have to bag and board them. What it was there was this one vendor that had a whole bunch of auctions where they were just groups of raw books. And I noticed that in the mix were several big keys. So I bought like a bunch of these lots and for really low bids. So anywhere from 10 cents a comic to $1 per comic kind of level is how much I paid for these books. So some really major deals that I got because some of these books are in the hundreds of dollars of value. So I'm going to show you what I got. So a whole bunch of comics for a really great price. And we're going to start out with some Silver Age stuff. A lot of it was Silver Age, some Golden Age. We got flat top, and they're in really, some of them are in really rough condition. Like this one's pretty beaten up, but it is a great cover. It's just the spine's pretty mangled. You can see the bottom is a bit mangled. Definitely ones that I'm going to need to bag and board. But I think this is, you know, really cute cover. This is, I think the character is Maisie. And this is just a really cute cover. So that's flat top. I'm not even sure what issue number it is. Flat top number 7. Oh, and this one's in really rough shape. Oh my goodness. So this is Dick Tracy. I believe this is actually Golden Age. I'm not sure. Maybe Golden or Silver Age. This is Dick Tracy number 79. And this is definitely Golden Age. This is Porky the Pig, number 31. Nice 10-cent Dell. And this one, it's in really rough shape, but it is a major book, and it's got a great cover. This is Patsy Walker, number 3. I've been collecting a lot of Patsy Walker lately. If you watched the previous video, I showed some pretty major Patsy Walker books, so you might want to check that out too. So this is Patsy Walker number 3. Another big key. It is in low grade. I would say this is a 1, maybe a 1.5. Just in really rough shape, but it is complete. But definitely in rough shape. Okay, so that's the first bundle of comics. And now we're getting into the next one. This one was an interesting one. Some of these comics go for big money. So this one on top goes for pretty big money. This is Club 16, issue number 3. And for some reason, I looked this up, and it can go for quite big money. It's in really rough shape. Yeah, I mean, this is completely split. You can see that it's completely split down there. But interesting book. And it just happens to have like lots of really great good girl art inside. So yeah, some really great good girl art. Too bad it's in rough shape, but I thought it was interesting. Okay, and then we got New Funnies. This is actually in better shape. This is New Funnies number, I don't know what number it is. It doesn't say. I can't see. But it's early Woody Woodpecker. A nice Golden Age book. Got Woody Woodpecker. I wish I could find the number. I don't know what the number is. Okay. And then we got another Golden Age Woody Woodpecker. This is New Funnies again. You got even 8-ball. So any of the ones with 8 balls are earlier issues. So this is New Funnies. And then we got Casper the Friendly. Wow, this one is completely split. Just completely split. This is Casper the Friendly Ghost. It's a Silver Age book, or maybe Atomic Age. But yeah, interesting. I didn't say they were super high grade, but definitely some great books. For the price, you can't really complain. You know, it's like 50 cents. As I said, anywhere from 10 cents. I paid basically cover price for some of these. 10 cents to $1 is what I paid for each of these. And then we got New Funnies again. Another New Funnies. This is a later one because it doesn't have 8-ball. Or maybe it isn't. Let me see. I don't know. I gotta open it up. I'm gonna look at it inside. Look at the indicia, and it'll say. This is from 1949. It's number 148. So, New Funnies 148. Then we got. Actually, this one's in reasonably good shape. This is Woody Woodpecker number 20. This would be from like the 50s. This is from 1953. Nice golden age book. And it's cool when you can buy golden age books for like cover price. So this is Screen Comics. This one's in really rough shape again. I just thought it was interesting. And this one's this is one of the reasons why I bought this lot. This is a major key. I gotta remember what the issue number is. 126. So this is New Funnies 126. And this is actually the first appearance, or last appearance, I should say, last appearance of Little 8-Ball. So Little 8-Ball was a character that was in New Funnies. And a lot of people felt like he was kind of depicting black people in a negative light, despite the fact that, if it was a white character, it would be perfectly fine to just display him like this. But a lot of people felt like this was, showing him in a negative light. And they wrote to the editor and basically got him removed from the comic. The editor wrote a very strongly worded response to the censorship, saying that he was not a racist character and that he was, a character that was done with lots of love, but he didn't want to appear as being, anti-black, so he removed the character. So that was from 1947. So we even had identity politics back in the 40s. So it's a shame. It's a shame that, people, get a little bit upset about things. Okay, so we got some more. I don't know why these ones are wrapped in this green paper, but oh well. Green plastic, but okay. We're going to get into these ones. These ones I paid a little bit more for, but they're some really great Golden Age books. We got Test the Typist, number 10. And now this is a big key. I'm actually going to open this one up, probably. This is Millie the Model, number 2. Actually, I just saw a claim sale for this book where they wanted $1,200 for it. And it wasn't even that high of a grade. This one's probably similar grade as the one that they had in the claim sale. I didn't pay that much for this. As I said, I got these very, very cheaply. I think this one is kind of interesting because I hope you like this pose, Millie Calder. It's kind of weird that somebody signed it that way. This one's in... The only flaw with this book, it is incomplete because it's missing the coupon on the back. Somebody cut the coupon on the back. So that's the only shame with it. But this is Millie the Model number 2. And what's significant about this book is a lot of people think that it is the first appearance of the Blonde Phantom. I want to show that right here. So this is the Blonde Phantom right here. And so what it was I believe it's a Millie the Model story. So this is Millie the Model, but she dresses up as the Blonde Phantom in order to sell cosmetics. So, but this happened before All Select number 11. So it actually kind of is the first appearance of Blonde Phantom in comics. So interesting kind of first appearance, and I'll show you that again so you can see the Blonde Phantom there. A slightly different version of the Blonde Phantom, of course, but yeah, they even use the name, so you can see that right there. Wait, I see Flickr. The Blonde Phantom gave me her phone number too. So that's Millie the Model. Number 2. It's a very significant book, actually. I got it for a really great price, so I was quite happy. It's like I gotta make sure it slides in properly because it's a little bit raw. This is one of my fears. Whenever I deal with comics, I'm always paranoid about putting them back in the bag and potentially, ripping off the cover or doing something bad. So yeah, that's Millie. That's a big one. And this is another one that was kind of interesting. This is Battlefront. That's not a price. That's just a lot number. Just so you know, I think I paid like $5 for this. So this is Battlefront number 13. Just a early war comic. And then we got a nice, this one was a really nice one. This is a Ziff Davis cover. And this is Lars of Mars, number 10. I just thought it was a really great robot cover and good girl art cover. It's just a really fun one. And another one, you can see all the lot numbers. They put the lot numbers on these. This is Women Outlaws. I forgot what issue number it is. I think it's like number 5 or 6. So yeah, so this is Women Outlaws. I'm trying to get a run of Women Outlaws. I have a few so far. Okay, then there's what he called this the collectors, or the, what is he called? No, not the it was like the collectors, or not really collectors, it was like the vendors special or something like that. And this was just a huge lot of comics. And it was, yeah, it was like 3 lots. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 lots. And they were just huge number of comics for really cheap. I think these were really, really, really cheap. Okay, the first one was a bunch of Archies. And we got Archie 132. Thought this was kind of interesting, how the dollar is spent. And then we got Little Jinx. So, Little Jinx number 39. And this is like a Bronze Age book. This is Reggie number 32. Reggie's Jokes. And that Wilkin Boy. Just another kind of Archie related spin-off series. Number 14. Then we got Archie 216. Silver Age. And then Reggie and Me 53. So these were like Silver and Bronze Age books. So another Silver 237. Laugh. And then Archie and Me 44. I just thought some of these had great covers, and for the price, as I said, these were really inexpensive. I thought, why not? We got 29, Jughead's Jokes number 29, and then Little Jinx Giant. I'm not as familiar with Little Jinx, though I do know that she made her first appearance in Pt6, and it's a book that I'm looking for. We got Jughead 199. And we got Archie 241, 1975. And then we got some Little Archie. I collect Little Archie as well. This is Little Archie number 83. And then we got Reggie's Jokes number 4. They had so many titles in Archie, like just spin-off after spin-off. Okay. A whole bunch more. So that was the Archie lot. And then they had Popeye, which I thought was interesting. So there's some Popeyes. Popeye the Sailor. These are from the Silver Age. This is number 86. Need to bag and board everything. And then number 83. And there's actually 2 copies of 86, so 86 again. Repeat there. And this was an interesting lot because it had just random stuff. It was like, we got some Mandrake, the Magician. This is number 6 of Mandrake. These are King Comics, which is another series that was pretty big in the 60s. This is Beetle Bailey, number 59. And then we got some superhero stuff. This is the Shadow. And I'm not sure too much about the Shadow, but this version of the Shadow, I should say. Different than some of the other ones. Then we got, this is a really rough shape too. This is Popo, the Popcorn Theater, of the Popcorn Theater. Some clown cover. And then, wow, that one had a very strong smell. Actually, I didn't notice, but this is actually a cover by Charles Biro. So, very cool. Okay, and then we got an IW one. This is so IW would also come out with this super seal of quality. That was another telltale for IW comics. So I've been collecting a few IW comics. I kind of like the more ones where they would reprint some of the Golden Age stuff with kind of cool covers. I generally gravitate to those, but this was just in here, so I thought that was interesting. This one is a book I actually am familiar with. This is Hanna-Barbera, The Flintstones at the New York World's Fair. And there's actually 3 different versions of this. This is actually the first print, I believe. There was a 25 cent, there was a 27 cent, and 29 cent. I believe that's the right numbering. But these were printed by Corncob Publishing. One sec, where is it? I gotta find it. Yeah. Jade, I thought it was Corncob, but it's not. It's JW Books, which is actually part of Warren Publishing. So these were part of the Warren collection. I actually have all the variants for this one. Basically Warren got the rights to publish this kind of like little bit of a guide to the New York World's Fair in 1964. So yeah, so just a interesting book. That book alone goes for about $30. So yeah, so kind of a cool one to get. This is an interesting title. This is from Tower Comics. It was a short-lived, I forget who started it. It was one of the comic creators started this by, a company, Tower Comics. And it just never went anywhere. It was very short-lived. They had a few titles like Tippy the Teen and a few other ones. But this is Fight the Enemy. Yeah, it's a Tower action series comic. And then we got Heroic Comics. This is from Famous Funnies. Yeah. Nice World War II, or maybe, is it World War II or Vietnam? Probably, not Vietnam, Korean War, probably. This is from 1953, so Golden Age book. And then we got another kind of artist publication that went not very far, was Atlas Comics. This is the Tarantula, number 3. That was from the Bronze Age. And this was one of the ones that I was bidding on based on knowing that it is a major book. I wish it was in better shape. Sadly, it's not in the greatest shape. This is Atomic Attack, number 5. And this is a major book. This, in higher grade, can go for pretty big money. Probably in this grade, maybe $100 to $200 range. But it is a major book. Just because it's a nuclear explosion cover, atomic bomb cover. So this one goes for pretty big money. So just a pretty major key there. It was just mixed in. So when they showed the pictures, they didn't show that on the pictures, but they, you could look through and they would show all the comics in the collection that you'd get. And I saw that one, I was like, oh, that one alone pays for everything else. So I figured I did a pretty aggressive bid. I think I paid $50 for everything. That was my aggressive bid. But yeah, it was pretty great. So this is Spunky the Junior Cowboy. Just another one that was in here. Another Golden Age book from Standard Comics. And they had some good girl art ones, which I was quite happy to see. This is Candy, number 46. I believe this is from Quality Publications. This is from 1954. It's a nice Golden Age good girl art cover. So yeah, I thought that was great. I gotta bag and board all these, but then we got Kid Cult Outlaw, number 57. So, yeah. And some more Atlas comics. This is Tiger Man. And Atlas Comics did have some pretty cool comics. I have to give them some credit. These are actually really interesting. These are early code ones. This is Kid Cult Outlaw number 54. And the reason I say that they're early code is when they first put the code stamp on it, they put it really huge. It was massive. So these were probably from like 1954 or 55, like probably, sorry, November 1955. So really early code. So the code came into play in March of 55. So this would be early on when they were a little bit paranoid, so they made it really big. Yeah, you'll notice the difference in the code size. Like you compare this to how the code looks later. Look how small it is comparatively. So yeah. Okay, one more big group of comics. I wish they bagged and boarded everything, but oh well. Okay, some more Archie, another lot of Archies. So I picked these up just because it was Archie. Too bad there's some tape on it with the previous price. So this is $235. And then Life with Archie 97. Nice music cover. Some people collect music covers. Then we got Archie and Me number 60. It's kind of interesting. Equestrian. And then we got Jughead 162. Another music related cover. Okay. on the Silver Age. Then we got Jughead number 221. Now I can see why they offered these so cheap. You can see these sticker. You know, somebody put some. Can I get this off? Yeah, I can get it off, but I probably shouldn't do this. Oh well, I'll put it elsewhere. So I can. These come off. The tape is so old that it just comes right off, but it leaves this kind of residue on the comic, which is kind of sad. Probably shouldn't have done that, but oh well. This is Jughead number 221. And I'm going to put this somewhere else because I'm worried that that might stick to another comic. Then we got Little Archie number 61. Actually, I already have this one. It's quite a thick copy. It's like you can see it's square bound. And this is actually a key. So another key, as I said, there was a bunch of keys that were in here that were just kind of mixed in that if you don't know your comics, you wouldn't realize are keys. But this is a key. This is actually the very first appearance of little Sabrina. So I'll zoom in so you can see little Sabrina right there. And this is her first appearance in comics. So the Little Archie characters were kind of like, you know, basically the same as the big Archie characters, but, you know, them as kids, younger kids. But this is the first appearance of little Sabrina. So very, you know, kind of a cool key for Archie. And then we got some Silver Age Archie. This is Archie 205, or 205. And we got Madhouse number 91. And Madhouse is actually where Sabrina made her first appearance. And then we got Betty and Veronica 158. I kind of like this because it's you can see the 60s influence in this one, just with the way that they're dressed. Not just the girls, but even the guys. Very 60s, like late 60s. I would say, I'm going to guess, just based on the way that they're dressed, 67, 68 era. At 69. So in that era, yeah. Late 60s. It just has that look to it. So I think that's really interesting. One thing I like about like Archie is you can really sense how the fashion has changed during it. So this is Archie, this is later, obviously this is like during the 70s. So this is Archie's Jokes 222. So for example, this, you can see the style, how it's changed. I mean, look what they're wearing. It's just crazy. You know, bell bottoms and stuff like that, a little bit. And this is from like, when is this from? It's from 1974. It really kind of makes me remember, almost like whenever I look at my old photos from, like, I was a 70s child, you know, and I remember all the browns and that kind of style. Yeah, flashbacks. This is a nice one. This is Pep 293. Nice concert one. As I said, I really enjoy looking at the style changes that happen in these books. So we got 236. You can see just the fashion is really interesting. It gives you, it's a little bit of a time capsule. And then we got Archie 229. Nice beach cover. These, so if you, and one of the things collectors will look for in terms of Archie is ones where it's bikini covers. So I have a pretty good collection of bikini covers for Archie. And then we got Archie's TV Laugh Out. And this is number 16. So just an interesting one. And that's it. That was this massive, it was just a big collection of raw comics. You know, from the Golden Age to the Silver Age and Bronze. You know, what do you think? Do you think it was worth 10 cents to $1 per comic? There was like 3 comics in here. Just one of them would pay for the whole entire investment. I think I spent it was between $50 and $100 altogether for everything. So it was pretty good. Pretty good haul, I thought. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of content, check out my other unboxings because I show some pretty cool stuff. So thanks again for watching. Bye for now.